Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for November 11th, 2025. This is for Gemini. Last shuffle coming out for Gemini. We're in a Mercury retrograde and it's being called up. I feel that in a Mercury retrograde is really working on you. Of course, Mercury is your planet, but I'm seeing great achievement and status quo. So this is deep to me now because of what I was seeing before I even started the reading was that Spirit wants you to stop. They want you to know that, um, how to say this, the wishes or the goals of our youth, right, start to be influenced by by the people around us. So we're doing things because that's acceptable to do. It's the status quo, but in reality it's not who you truly are. You're not following your heart. This is part of the reason why if you find yourself now lost, it's because everything that you've been doing was not really you. It was it was you in the world, you of the world type of thing. You of the world, not in it. They're saying that you'll find more success in your life if you are true to yourself, right? Stop thinking or stop letting unwanted thoughts. And a lot of the unwanted thoughts are like, it feels, it feels deep. It feels, so you're your greatest gift, right? That's basically, you're your greatest gift. And the greatest gift aspect of this is that sometimes passion can be out of balance and it won't be true love, right? And not just in romance, this is in all things. Perhaps it's a career path choice, it could be love. It's like we do things and they don't last because it's not of our heart, it's in our mind. It's like thoughts that we're having, right? And they're like, imagine all your unwanted thoughts dissolving into light. Imagine these unwanted thoughts being a person or whatever the case is. I was supposed to be with this person, or I was supposed to be this in life. Imagine it being sucked out like a Hoover vacuum, like the light dissolving into light could be like the vacuum sucking it away. Like you see them actually, like, you know actually disappearing, because there's red flags in the way that someone's thinking in this, right? That you needed this. You need this to make it. You need this person to fly. You need that place or that career choice or maybe that title to live, to fly. And they're like, no, that's not true, right? It's time for you to get back to who you were before you before you chose a certain path. Trust yourself. What are you passionate about from the heart, right? The answer is so easy when you ask your heart what you want. It's always easy. It's always complicated when it comes from the head, from the mind. You got to trust yourself. You got to be on your own path, or else nothing is fulfilling. Any situation that you may have found yourself in, I find that it probably wasn't even fulfilling because it wasn't really you. I feel like you're being initiated. So some of you may be in the place still. If you are starting to feel, this is for Geminis who are starting to feel like, I just don't care about these things anymore. I don't even care about this person anymore. I don't care about this path. You're you're starting to wake up to, like, I don't even know what am I doing? It's because you're being initiated out of it. The initiation looks something like being called away from the things that you used to care about, the people you used to resonate with. I feel like you're going to lose a lot of lower vibrational relationships, even the jobs or things you used to do that used to lift you. Um, I feel that you're going to be very successful. Some of you may have asked for success, and this is part of it. They're like, yeah, you asked for this, you got it, right? You got angel number 9999, and that usually is a call to you looking at yourself, going, okay, so what have you accomplished, and how have you reached it? Tell us what you did. Like, that's that vibe of Spirit going, tell us what you've done and how you got there. Come on, we're all ears. And So it's also a reminder to maintain your optimism and your drive towards your real true goals. Okay. You got to keep doing something, whatever it is. Be honest with yourself, because I feel like the truth is going to make you lose interest in friendships, connections, jobs, activities, all kinds of stuff. I feel that the greatest accomplishment is you discovering and wanting what you truly, going after what you truly want, versus just doing something saying, I need this so I can be, successful, or I need these wings so I can fly over here. They're my wings. They're not, you know, um, status quo with the Eight of Cups and Knight of Swords is about how people around you, your influence, most of these people, they go for the superficial, the fool's gold, and they will talk you into walking away from something that could be extremely successful for you, because they do that to themselves. They walk away from their own stuff. They it's so weird. It also shows that there's people around you that throw rocks and hide hands, which means like I'm saying something and I'm like, what did I say that? And they're really trying to influence you to walk away from something that's really better for you. They don't want you to leave, or they like things to stay superficial, not really the depth of anything, not really a purpose, just doing things for the sake of doing them so that we can drink to that later. Those types, it's like they're, let's have a drink, let's toast to that, and they're not really doing anything. And then if you start talking about things, really start talking, that also brings me back to, what's the movie again? I always bring up 8 Mile, and I don't remember the movie very well because I haven't seen it since I was like in my 20s, and I'm like in my 40s now. But when I saw it, I do remember certain parts of it that really stood out to me. When he tried to, I think Eminem, when he tried, his character, he's playing himself actually when he was a kid, but or younger. When he tried to talk to his friends about how he was thinking about life, how he wanted his life to elevate, how he knew his life wasn't meant to be the way that it was. They were like looking at him like, okay, all right, yeah. Anyway, dude, back to what we were doing. And so it feels like you may be in that energy too. Like if you start to talk to certain people around you about how you see life differently, you want to meditate, you want to do this, the blah blah blah, blah, whatever it is, they may be looking at you sideways, like, okay, Gemini is off their rocker anyway. Toast to this. But the fear with the Knight of Cups and Knight of Pentacles tells me that many of you may be afraid to go after what you want. There may be a fear surrounding it because you may find that it's so much hard work, and it would be hard work if um, you don't have the support of a community to do it, right? And it could be anything for some of you. It may be that you're seeing red flags and you want to address them, and they're like, red flags? I mean, that's Randy. That's just what Randy does. You know, well, I mean, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, I see red flags, though. This isn't good. This isn't right. Um, and you may be reinventing your life. I feel that now you're about to reach another level, or going to, you're going to leave some people behind, which is great. I'm almost like excited but sad, because the conflict would be the Three of Cups, the friends, the Wheel of Fortune. The conflict would be the friends, the history, the past. We have history, right? I've been here for a long time, or I've known these people for a long time, but you just don't, like, you guys aren't into the same stuff anymore or something. For a lot of you, this is in career. You you want to look into your 10th house, because we're in a Mercury retrograde right now. This could even be pertaining to the last Mercury retrograde and the last one we had this year, or previous ones. But for some reason, this particular one is tapping you on the shoulder. Is this what you really want to do with your life? Is this where you really want to be? Is this who you want to be associated with? Is it? Because if it is, we could just leave it like this. But you want to say I let go of all expectations, because a lot of your path, what's meant for you, is something that is not, no one could just come prepare you for. Usually when spirit works with a person the way that you are being worked with, it's something that, it's growth, right? It's growth is something that you can't really anticipate. Maybe people could tell you some things about growth, like imagine puberty, man, some people could tell you some things, but there's some things you can't really prepare for. Like you, until you experience it yourself, they can't tell you everything. Maybe they could say, oh, a hair will grow there, your body will get bigger there, you will move into this phase, or you will feel this way. But not everyone has the same symptoms and same experience as the next person, and it happens at different ages. You could say, most people go through this, but the time frame when it happens, no one can really predict. So there's something about your space and what you're going through that can't really be clearly defined or clearly predicted. But I do know growth is coming, and they're asking you to have a beginner's mind, which means start approaching things as if it's your first time going. Like, go to work like it's your first day. What are the red flags? Because sometimes you get used to stuff, right? We get used to the manager. I know I used to work at this place where this manager used to freaking yell, and I could tell everyone was used to it. I had just started working there. It was maybe a week, and the register was short, and I don't remember what, it was like there's no way, because we counted it before we brought it to you. It was just a while ago. And there's an old woman and a young man and such, right? With me. And this guy's yelling, I mean, cussing and going off, and they're just used to it. They're just standing there like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I was like, I know you're not talking to me like that. It's my first time there. I'm like, yeah, I quit. There's no way in the world I'm about to sit in this place and deal with the person who's abusive this way. And they were just used to it. That's just how he is. I think his name was Randy, to be honest with you. I kind of forgot because I left that day and did not go back, and I didn't care what they said. They could have done whatever they wanted to do. But you need to start the day off that way. You're like, this is my first day there, right? Or my first day meeting this person. Say you're in a romantic connection. Imagine that this is your first time meeting them, and take them all the way in that way, and you'll see some red flags. And then you'll start to realize, yeah, this isn't really my cup of tea. Because I think that's what spirit is trying to show you. There's a passion that you have, and it's really just your passion. It has nothing to do with anyone else. I don't even think there's a definition for what you do. I don't even think there's a college course to really prepare you for what you have within you, which is how that happens, when you follow your purpose a lot of times. Because I mean, the industry in America especially is, probably in other countries too, I'm sure. I don't know personally. But the industry here, it's flooded with the same old, same old. Either you're an engineer, you're in the medical field, you're in law, or you're in, something else that's more busy, 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 construction, or something to do with your hands, something, that's it. There's no college education or some course like Hogwarts. Which, why not? Somebody create a Hogwarts. But either way, you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, another Gemini, an Aquarius or a Sagittarius. You could be a Taurus, Gemini cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.